Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We have a ton of wild updates to get through. I just got the Beyond the Gates spoilers for Thursday, August 20, and I had to start typing immediately. I just had to, because what are the writers even doing right now? Seriously, what is the plan? We have so much going on with Hayley poisoning Bill, and Dani acting like a complete hypocrite, and Joey running around like a mafia boss trying to run his own sister Heather out of town. But Thursday's episode takes a weird little detour. A weird, emotional detour. And I kind of love it, but I also kind of hate it. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Let's just break down these Thursday spoilers, because I have a lot of thoughts, and I know you guys do too. So let's start with Leslie. The spoilers say the only way Leslie can step into the future is if she finds a way to face her past. And let's be real. Leslie is a menace. She just is. A total menace. A few episodes ago, she literally hijacked her own daughter's press interview. Eva is out here trying to share her transplant survival story, trying to do some good in the world and help people, and Leslie just makes it all about Leslie. Like always. It is exhausting. It really is exhausting to watch her sometime. But now she has to face her past? What past are we talking about here? Is this about her history with Ted? Because we all know she has been throwing herself at Ted lately, which is so gross considering Ted is Eva's dad and her ex. What were they thinking with that? Who actually believes this is going to end well? Nobody. Literally nobody. But maybe I'm being too harsh. Trisha Mann Grant is an amazing actress. She plays the villain so well, and she is a Daytime Emmy nominee for a reason. But Leslie, as a character, she needs a massive reality check. Maybe her past coming back to haunt her is exactly what she needs to finally grow up. Or maybe she will just blame everyone else again. Yeah, probably that. I mean, she made an enemy out of Hayley recently. Leslie tried to pitch a team up with Hayley, and Hayley rejected her, so now they are enemies. Which is hilarious because Hayley is literally a murderer in training right now. So Leslie better watch her back before she ends up with toxic blood just like Bill. I just can't with Leslie sometime. But I want to see what this past secret is. And speaking of Bill, this is the spoiler that really threw me. Bill and Ted connect over some shared history. Wait, what? Bill and Ted? Are we doing a time travel movie now? Just a little soap joke, sorry. But seriously, Bill Hamilton and Ted Richardson having a heart-to-heart? That is so random, but also kind of fascinating when you really think about it. Let's look at the bigger pattern here. Bill is currently sitting in a hospital bed, or at least he was recently, being secretly poisoned by his own wife Hayley and that sweating bullet Randy Parker. His heart is failing. His blood work is a total mess, and Madison Montgomery is coming back to town to sniff around his lab results. Bill is in extreme danger. And Ted, well, Ted is just a mess in the romance department. He is telling Shanice he is falling in love with her, and they are planning a future together. But then he is crossing lines with his ex-wife Nicole and dodging Leslie's crazy advances. So what do these two men have in common? The Dupree women. That is what. Bill is obsessed with Dani, even though she is married to Andre. And by the way, Andre is Ted's nephew, which makes this whole dynamic even messier. And Ted is tied to Nicole. I bet you anything they are sitting around talking about how complicated the Dupree women are. Or maybe they are talking about something older. Some deep Fairmont Crest history that we don't know about yet. Honestly, Bill needs to be worrying about his wife slipping poison into his drinks, not bonding with Ted. But Bill's ego is so massive. He probably thinks he is invincible. He really does. I just wonder if Ted is going to accidentally spill some secret about Andre, or if Bill is going to brag about his elevator hookup with Dani during the tornado. If Bill tells Ted about Dani, Ted might tell Andre, and then the whole thing blows up. That would be amazing television. I want that to happen so badly. But maybe they will just talk about golf or something boring. Who knows with these writers? Sometimes they build things up and it goes nowhere. I change my mind about this storyline every day. So then we have Nicole. The Thursday spoilers say Nicole is put in a position to take a hard look at herself in front of Kial. And wow. Just wow. It is about time. Nicole has been juggling men for months and months. She is dating Carlton. She is dating Dr. Kyle Rollins. She is crossing lines with Ted. It is too much. It is just too much for one person. I mean, good for her. Get yours. But also, Kial is a good guy. He is dealing with his son Noah being back in town. He is a respected doctor. He doesn't need this high school drama. Nicole is a grown woman, a psychiatrist, for crying out loud. She analyzes other people's brains all day, but she can't see that her own life is a total disaster. I feel like Kyle is going to call her out. He is going to ask her what they are doing, and she is going to have to admit that she is still hung up on Ted. Or maybe she's not. I don't even know anymore. I change my mind about Nicole every single week. Sometimes I love her independence, and sometimes I just want to shake her. And let's not forget, Nicole is currently teaming up with Anita and Vernon to interrogate Dani about Bill. The hypocrisy, the absolute hypocrisy of this family is wild. Nicole is interrogating her sister Dani about her messy love life, while Nicole is literally juggling 3 men and crossing lines with her ex-husband. Make it make sense. But you know what? That is daytime soap for you. That is why we watch. We love the mess. And Kyle is probably just sitting there looking handsome and confused. I hope he doesn't get his heart broken by her. Actually, maybe I do. Drama is good for ratings, let's be real. And finally, we have Eva and Izaiah. The spoiler says they are about to have a truth-revealing chat that could make or break a relationship. Now, I have to be honest, I am a little fuzzy on where this is going right now. We know Eva has been through so much lately. The transplant surgery, the live stream video she did to help people, Chelsea and Kat fighting over her and getting all jealous, her mom Leslie ruining everything she touches. Eva is just trying to breathe and exist. And Izaiah, well, we know Elon made a push to reconcile with Izaiah recently. So is this chat about Elon? Is Eva giving Izaiah advice? Or is there something going on between Eva and Izaiah that we missed? Honestly, I am typing so fast my brain is scrambling the family trees right now. But whatever the truth is, it sounds heavy. Make or break a relationship. That is huge. It is huge. Every time this show says truth revealing, somebody ends up crying or throwing a drink in someone's face. I am hoping for the drink throwing. We haven't had a good drink throw at the country club in at least a week. Maybe Anastasia will walk by and get splashed again. Poor Anastasia, Martin just blew up at her out of nowhere recently because of his own trauma. Everyone in this town is so stressed out. But back to Eva. She deserves some peace. But she is not going to get it. Not with Leslie as a mother and not in Fairmont Estates. It just feels like this Thursday episode is going to be a lot of character building. A lot of talking. Which is fine. We need that sometimes. We can't just have Joey Armstrong threatening people in his casino basement every single day. Even though I love that, Joey is terrifying right now. He is keeping a close eye on Randy, and Randy is sweating bullets because Dani is trying to force him into a plea deal to expose Hayley. The whole town is a powder keg waiting to explode. And while all that life and death stuff is happening, we have Leslie crying about her past, and Bill and Ted having a bromance, and Nicole realizing she is a mess. I love this show. I complain, but I love it. The fans on social media have been saying the pacing is weird lately, and maybe it is. But when the drama hits, it hits hard. I just want to see Hayley go down. I am so tired of her walking around like she owns the place while Bill is dying. I know the AI photos of her getting arrested were fake, but I want the real thing. I want Kat and Chelsea to figure it out, or Madison to crack the medical case. Until then, I guess we will just watch Nicole stare at herself in the mirror while Kial waits for an answer. What do you guys think? Are you excited for these Thursday emotional scenes, or do you just want to get back to the poison plot? Let me know in the comments. I need to go rest my eyes now before the Friday spoilers drop, and I have to do this all over again. Stay safe out there in the DMV, you guys.